All right, okay. See, you know what? That's the power of the Chandelure. You just make all the mistakes and they lose anyway. Hey everyone, Callie here again, and today I've got another deck for you. This time it's a mill deck, one of my favorite kind of archetypes in a lot of different TCG games. So let's take a look at how this deck works, because you may have seen some other mill decks in the past using Durant, but this one is using this new Chandelure card from Lost Origin. And we're going to be taking advantage of its ability here, the Mountain Roasting. When you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn, you may discard the top 3 cards of your opponent's deck. So, you might be asking, how are we going to be making sure that we're doing that to get rid of their whole deck? Well, for one, we've got lots of ways to be able to evolve into the Chandelure a little bit faster and then scoop it back up to repeat that. We've got the Lampent here with its top entry ability. This can sometimes help us not have to actually evolve from the stage 1 with Litwick. So we've got once during your turn. If you drew this Pokemon from your deck at the beginning of your turn and your bench isn't full, before you put it in your hand, you may put it onto your bench. So basically, again, we can bypass that stage 1 occasionally with this card to play it down. But we do run the Litwicks as well, just to kind of be safe, make sure that we can evolve when we need to. We run Rare Candies to, again, help us maybe skip past that stage 2. We do only run 2 copies of the Lampent. Scoop Up Nets allow us to scoop up and then repeat the whole process all over again, because we want to, again, be sure that we're playing as many Chandelures as we possibly can to mill as many cards as we can. But that's not our only way to mill. We also are using this new card from Lost Origin as well, the Misfortune Sisters. This lets you look at the top 5 cards of your opponent's deck, discard any number of item cards you find there, then they shuffle their deck. So again, another way to potentially mill up to 5 cards, though most of the time you're probably going to hit 2 or 3 with this card. So, it does help to hit them a little bit with that. Curse Shovels, another good way to mill a few cards. So we do have that in here as the deck as well. Besides that, we basically have ways to help us kind of find resources that we need and also stall out for time. And that's really it. That's the whole deck. Again, we're just trying to kind of stall out and mill our opponent down. So let's see if we can win without ever hitting our opponent with this deck. All right, so we don't have too much going on here. Looks like we're not really sure what our opponent's playing yet. Let's just kind of put down a couple Litwicks, and we'll just kind of sit on our hand, not really do much of anything. We could have Evolution Incense there, but I feel like it's not really that worthwhile. We can always go grab it next turn, evolve one of these Litwicks. We honestly would prefer, in a lot of cases, to just draw into those. We also don't want to give it as a Marnie target in case our opponent hits us with that. We'd rather this just get shuffled to the bottom of the deck. So it looks like we're playing a Lost Zone Giratina. Our opponent is already starting off pretty good. They got 2 Comfies down. They've got their Greninja. They've already got 2 cards in their Lost Zone. We'll see if we can just maybe stall out something. It's going to be a little hard since they especially have this Lumineon with the balloon on it. Hopefully he'll put down something that maybe has 2 retreat cost on it, or we can find our Snorlax and maybe lock it in place. Opponent's probably going to look for a way to get more cards in the Lost Zone. Obviously, they want to get up to, 4 with it. They've got a Cramorant, 7 if they can get that Mirage Gate, 10 eventually so they can use this V-Star ability once they evolve. Okay, and of course, they've got Sableye, so they can hit our bench. Our Manaphy doesn't help us against that. So I'm thinking we are going to Misfortune Sisters. And we only hit a Scoop Up Net, so that's a little unfortunate. Gonna get an Evolution Incense off. Get our Lampent. Looks like one of our Lampents is prized. That hurts a lot, actually. Put that down. I'm gonna save the Ultra Ball for the moment. It's actually maybe not a terrible idea to get our Snorlax out, but we don't have any way to switch into it. So again, I feel like we're just going to sit here. I was hoping to mill a little bit more cards with that. Arguably, it might have just had to boss up that Greninja. Maybe make him waste a energy to retreat there. Slow him down. One good thing for us is since we are a single prize deck, this Giratina does have to get through a lot of Pokemon. Hopefully our opponent doesn't power up the Greninja. You know, a lot of them aren't paying versions with water energy, though I think we did see water energy, so he's probably going to realize that he can just water Shuriken. The Manaphy is going to be helpful for us for that reason. So we will want to find that Manaphy. We might need to research next turn just to find more cards. Probably arguably should have researched last turn. But I just really wanted to Misfortune Sisters. You know, we're playing new cards. You know, thankfully our opponent, though, is going through a lot of their deck for us. I feel like a lot of times with mill decks in this game, you're kind of relying on your opponent to mill them yourself. So we don't need to do too much work. We just need to get a few Chandelures, throw away a few item cards. Hope they don't power up too hard. Okay, they get rid of their balloon. So they've already up to 6. The Marnie, I'm really not too unhappy about. I really wish that we could have evolved here, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, the capture energy is helpful. Let's see. We've got our own Marnie, but we're going to research, I think. So let's see. We'll use a capture energy. And, the Miltank can just be deleted, so it's not super helpful. I'm almost tempted to go get the Manaphy now. At the same time, we've got the time. We've got both of our Snorlaxes. Well, maybe we can switch into a Gormadize to maybe see even more cards. I think I like that. At the same time, we could lock down this Comfey. He probably has more Scoop Up Nets. So we know one Scoop Up Net's gone. He's probably going to have lots of ways to retreat. So I think I like Gormadize. So we'll put the shovel on the Gormadize since we're going to retreat into it. Let's go ahead and research. Okay, so the Evolution Incense is going to allow us to evolve because we've got a Rare Candy. That's good. Alright, so you just use our Rare Candy. Mill 3 cards. Boom, boom, boom. We do hit a Mirage Gate, and we got our Manaphy. So that's good. I could Ultra Ball. Oh, now we can't retreat. I should have done that beforehand. I didn't realize that increased its retreat cost. Whoopsie. So I could evolve again. You know what? Screw it. Let's do that. I'm already making dumb mistakes, so let's just potentially make more dumb mistakes. So we'll get rid of 3 more cards. Was hoping to hit more energy, more Scoop Up Nets. Actually made a pretty big error there. Not being able to retreat. We'll see how badly that hurts us. Opponent is going to flower, selecting a little bit more. He has lost zoned 3 energy, and he's got 2 there. So 3, 4, 5, 6 energies are accounted for. He does have a training court to be able to get stuff back. He's down to only 17 cards. We're probably going to Misfortune Sisters next turn because what else are we going to do since I kind of locked myself into the active? Our opponent can definitely come into the active. I just feel like he's probably feeling a little bit weird about how to do this. Okay, so he retreats into the Comfey. He is tossing away a lot of energy. If we can manage to get rid of the training court, you know, that would be really good. The boss is helpful being gone. That does give him 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 cards in the Lost Zone. So we get a Miltank. Well, we don't really have much else we're going to do. Ooh, wow, that's really nice for us. So there goes a Scoop Up, an Escape Rope, and a Switch. It's really great. We'll just bench the Miltank because, or do we want to bench the Miltank? Do we want to leave space on the bench open? No, let's put the Miltank down just to make maybe things a little bit more difficult, maybe. We'll just pass because, again, we trapped ourselves in the active. This is where we could be gourmandizing for a lot of cards, but, you know, not very good. Hopefully our opponent just keeps flower selecting. They're only got 11 cards left. All right, so there goes the scoop. I think it seems like they're worried about doing more cards because they didn't flower select there. Thankfully, if he does use his main ability, which he's going to have to, that does mean he's got even less energy to work with. Alright, so he's going for the Sableye. He's bossing up the Manaphy. Our opponent is being smart about this. They're gonna know they need this Sableye. I probably screwed myself by making that really dumb play. Alright, so there's a Miltank. We don't have anything going on. We'll just bench it to see 7 cards. Alright, not too much that helps us there, honestly. He is down to 8. So I'm trying to think what we could do. Unfortunately, since we don't have a Litwick, there's no way like a Rare Candy helps us. The path to the peak is not super helpful either. It does shut down the Greninja, but honestly, we kind of want him to keep using the Greninja. The only benefit really is that it does get rid of the trading court. Kind of hoping that he uses Star Requiem here, because I'm pretty sure that will still mill 2 cards. Alright. We'll go up Miltank. I guess it doesn't... Wow, okay. So I'm just kind of curious. Let me read that card real quick. It's knocked out. Okay, so by an attack. I guess since it was knocked out by an ability, that doesn't count. So I'm almost wondering here, do I want to Misfortune Sisters and try to limit the number of cards that he has total? Just Heavy Ball. Yeah, I didn't think there was anything in the prizes that was going to help us. Putting down Pokemon helps his Greninja and also potentially helps his Sableye kill us faster. So I think, oh god, do I want a Marnie here? I feel like let's just Marnie. Or no, hold on, before we do that. Let's go grab Snorlax. Ooh, let's get blocked Snorlax. He might not have any more ways to retreat, though I did just throw him a Bird Keeper. Okay, screw it. Screw it. We're just going for the Misfortune Sisters. Okay, we do hit a lot of cards. Man, I'm just... If we win this game, it is not because I am in any way knowing what I'm doing. I just realized it would have been bad to Marnie anyway, because this would have been putting a lot of cards back into his deck. He does play Marnie himself. Okay, so he can use the Sableye, get a prize. I'm not too worried about that. Okay, so we Ordinary Rod some stuff back into his deck. That does hurt. Okay, so he's going to take a prize this turn. Sableye does make it basically impossible for us to be able to put down any more Litwicks. I'm really surprised that he would Radiant Greninja here. Okay, so he lost mines. Do we have any more bosses? We do. So we'll put up the Snorlax with the anticipation that maybe we get a boss, which we don't. So we're just going to research. Okay, so we get a Litwick. Unfortunately, putting down a Litwick just gives him another target. So we can't actually put that down. Let's go see what's still in the deck. So we do have two bosses. Let's just grab a Litwick just in the deck slightly. We're not going to put it down. And I think we're just going to sit here. You know, he takes another prize with the Miltank. He's down to 3 cards. I'm almost hoping for maybe, again, like we boss up something, make it harder for him to retreat. He might just get stuck that way because we've got the block. He's got 2 switches gone, 1 escape rope. I think 2 balloons are gone. He's thinking really hard about how he wants to split this damage. Kind of hoping he puts it here because I think we still have scoop up nets as well. So if we draw a scoop up, we just scoop up whatever he's damaging. And on the chandeliers for us would be perfect. Alright, so he's splitting it a lot. I guess he wants to set up for a multi-kill. Alright, well that does make things awkward. So we just need to see more cards, unfortunately. Okay, so the scoop up's good. Makes it harder for him to do anything. We should have put down our Snorlax first. Let's thin to the deck again. There's nothing to thin with. Any point to ordinary rotting? I'd say no. Again, we don't want to give him targets, so we're not going to bench anything. Alright, okay. See, you know what? That's the power of the Chandelure. You just make all the mistakes, and they lose anyway. Alright, so in this game, we're going to try not to make so many mistakes. And actually try to play the deck the way it's meant to be played. It's like we're playing up against Arceus. Arceus might be good. They'll accelerate a lot of energy out of their deck. Probably draw a lot of cards. We can shut them down with a Path to the Peak. We do have a Miltank in play as well, so that's very helpful for us. Since we're probably going to research soon anyway, I guess let's quick ball away the Ordinary Rod. Get down a Litwick. It's like, do I put even the shovel here? It's like, can he even kill anything with the deck that he's playing? I mean, maybe depending on what he's actually doing. I kind of want to hold the research and do Misfortune Sisters this turn. So I think I'll put down Path to the Peak. I'm going to use Misfortune Sisters. We do hit an Ultra Ball. Looks like, okay, so maybe this is like Duraludon or Goodra, because they've got the Crystal Cave. And yeah, I think we'll just sit on these cards. Path to the Peak, if you can't get rid of it, if he does evolve, that does limit his V-Star ability. He can't... I don't remember even what that's called, but he can't use it. You know, the Trinity Charge for the moment... Okay, I'm not upset about the Marnie, actually. And hopefully he can't get rid of this Path to the Peak. Right. Not an amazing redraw for us here. We do not care about Gardevoir at all. Okay, Manaphy. I don't think Manaphy is going to help us in this matchup, so let's quick ball the Manaphy into another Litwick, I think. And then we're going to just research, because we don't want to switch out our Miltank. Alright, that lets us evolve, so that's good. We'll get the block Snorlax down. We've got a couple more Paths to the Peaks. Next turn, I think we'll just use the Evolution Incense to evolve that. We might be able to lock him down pretty soon with our boss's orders. Because we could boss's orders something and then Scoop Up Net our Miltank. All right, good. Okay, so he gets that down. That is going to allow him to potentially do a lot here. Hopefully he doesn't have the evolution. Unfortunately, he gets a boss. So he might be able to kill one of our Pokemon. All right, yeah, he goes for the Lampent. Not a bad play. I kind of want to lock him down with the block Snorlax and boss this up. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that, because it doesn't seem like he's got a lot of draw. So we'll pass the peak. Boss's orders. We're going to Evolution Incense for the other Lampent. Set up to mill some cards. And then we're just going to hope that he's locked. We don't really have a lot going on ourselves, so we're going to play a little bit of a long game here. He's got a Marnie. Rare Candy is not helpful for us. Pal Pad is maybe helpful because we can put back in a couple of things. Ordinary Rod, we'll probably want to get those two back. Yeah, we don't have like an amazing turn. Hopefully our top deck saves us. Our top deck doesn't really save us. What would we want if we went for this quick ball? Well, let's quick ball away the Pal Pad. It's almost like, you know, let's just go for another Litwick. And they're going to Ordinary Rod back in these two. And I think do Team Yell's Cheer. This will let us get back the Cyllene. Maybe a Boss's Orders. And the Misfortune Sisters. That's all we've got. You know, we don't really care if he powers this up at all, because he can't retreat it. He doesn't seem to realize that. And we don't play energies, so he can't ever do damage to us. Alright, so he bosses us. Lose the other Lampent. We'll just go back up with Miltank. Need some kind of draw supporter. Okay, the research. That's good. Good top deck. Okay, so we get a Litwick. We're definitely gonna bench that. I feel like we always have the Evolution Incense when we don't have. Let's play this just in case he plays Escape Rope. Fortunately, we don't really have too much going on. Alright, we're just gonna sit on this. We do have, like, Boss again and a Scoop Up to maybe lock him down again if we really want to. Pokegear is going to help him find something. Alright, Melanie. We're okay with that. He doesn't have water energy in his discard. I guess if he really wanted to, he... Okay, is he playing... Okay, he's playing Goodra. Because I'd rather have it in the deck, like, in case he Marnies me. As like I guess I could have gone for a Lampent. So Bird Keeper's not amazing for us. I guess we could Bird Keeper into another Miltank, because we do want to see more cards. Yeah, I guess we'll do that. Oh, there's a Lampent. Don't have our other Lampent, so we're going to save the Evolution Incense here again. Yeah. We'll just keep sitting like this. He can't damage us. We don't care about this Goodra. We can make a switch with that, but he evolves it. That was one of the reasons why I kind of wanted 2 Miltanks down. Okay. So see, now we find the rare candy. Let's go ahead and... Ooh, we can mill 6 here. Because we'll do this. This lists us rare candy the Litwick. So say goodbye to 3 cards. And then if we scoop up net, rebench it, and then we can evolve this one. That's 3 more. We're just going to keep sitting like this. I kind of want to use the Cyllene. Oops, I didn't mean to pass. I was thinking about bossing up the Radiant Gardevoir. Alright, he's got the switch. Again, what do we care? Ooh, and we got a cape. I don't really want to mill myself more. So let's use the Cyllene. Hopefully get some more cards back in the deck. We're going to put... Let's see. We're going to get the cheer back in our deck. And then just do nothing. We do need to mill more cards because our opponent has more cards left in their deck. We're doing a better job of milling ourselves. Okay, our opponent quits. They don't want to sit around forever just waiting that out. We don't have a great opening hand here. Hopefully the block Snorlax can just buy us time. Same with this Path to the Peak. Executor. Flip a coin. Dash them any way we want. Okay, interesting. So we'll put that down. Put down Path to Peak, which I don't think is going to be too helpful, but honestly I've got no idea what our opponent is playing. We are totally relying on top decks right now. It looks like they're playing Arceus, so I guess they're just accelerating a ton of energies. That makes sense, because this apparently does more damage for each energy attached. Yeah. Oh, Cramlomatic, interesting. Succeeds. Please give us a good top deck. Please let us have a good top deck. Okay, so our opponent does Lost City. That's fine. We've got another Path to the Peak. We love to see them draw cards whenever we're playing mill. Okay, so hopefully he doesn't get heads. Because we really don't need him to be going any faster than he's already going. Ah, crap. Depending on our top deck, we might just be done for. He is charging up the Arceus, though. Interesting. Okay, the quick ball is not super helpful. I guess it does let us find... does let us find our Gorbidized Snorlax, because we definitely need... Oh, God, of course that's prized. Alright, Miltank. You're going to save us here, Miltank. Okay, so we're going to boss up. Let's see. Leafeon. Search your deck for 3 energies. Yeah, we're gonna boss this up. Hopefully buy like one more turn with our Snorlax to maybe find something. He researches again. I mean, obviously, you know, it's bad. It gives him lots of cards to find. But it also thins out his deck more. I don't know what this guy is playing. He's playing just all kinds of stuff. Fortunately, he can't switch one of our Pokemon with this. I guess he's shut down. He's shut down because of our path. Come on, good top deck. Ooh. Okay. So we're going to hopefully mill 2 cards with our shovel here. Go up with our Miltank. Fail the cram? Nope. Our opponent's just getting all the head flips. So now he's almost certainly got what he needs to get out of this situation. Well, at least our opponent doesn't do double heads there. He's powering up the Miltank, but we're not going to bench a ton of Pokemon. Hey, look, and he loses his Snorlax again. Please, good top deck. Oh my god. All right, well we're gonna put Block Snorlax back in the deck. Our opponent's sad about that. So he's got another Cramomatic, which he gets heads again. I feel like our opponent can't complain. I mean, come on. You're getting like every heads you could possibly want. Yeah. Alright, so he puts it back in. He really wants that Snorlax. So he switches in the Miltank. Only 10 damage. Alright. We will just keep passing. Our opponent is down to 19 cards. I mean, I guess I can take this chance, you know, how is everybody doing today? Are you having fun? We get Marnied. That's like the best thing that's happened all game for us. We've almost certainly going to have cards to play now. Ooh, okay, interesting. So it's like, do we Marnie back? Or do we just research to try to see even more cards? Kind of don't want to lose these other supporters. So I think I'm probably going to Marnie. Then again, our opponent really didn't do too much either. Kind of got him stuck with his path to the peak. We don't want him to be able to find something else. So maybe we do research. Yeah, let's research. Let's see maximum cards. All right, now we can go get our Gourmetized Snorlax. And a Miltank. You know, I think the Miltank is actually maybe going to be more helpful in this situation. We're not going to bench it yet. Capture Energy can help us find our Snorlax again. And we are going to Evolution Incense into one of these guys. Alright, and we'll just sit here. We did make it so his Miltank does a little bit more damage. That's not ideal. But we do have the cape on it. Interesting. So our opponent still seems like they're mostly dead in the water. I think we're just going to switch into our Snorlax to see more cards. We need to try to mill a little bit more. That's good. Right, so we'll grab a Chandelure. We'll evolve. And we definitely want to mill. Then we're going to scoop him up. And evolve this one. We do want to re-bench because we want to be able to evolve again next turn. You know, actually, I guess if we do Evolution Incense and go grab the other one, that might be even better. Yeah, we don't want to make him do even more damage, so we're not going to bench any more Pokemon. Right now, he's pretty stuck. Since our opponent's not really doing anything, it's kind of telling us that they don't have much going on. Now, we've locked his Miltank in place. Okay, so he's got Boss. He can bring this up. Does allow him to retreat and kill our Lampent. Not ideal. But now we can go back up with our Miltank. And we'll bench the other one now, I think. We definitely need to Ordinary Rod back in this Lampent. And I guess we'll grab another Litwick while we're at it. So we'll evolve. And I think I will use this turn to use a Misfortune Sisters. I think we want to be able to go up with another Miltank. I really don't want to Marnie him. Not great items, but it is 2 less cards that he has. I don't care. I don't care. All right, so he's going to retreat into that other Miltank because he might as well. All right, Marnie. Marnie does suck a little bit for us because we were going to get to hit him there. Oh, but we get another Chandelure. Arceus is still shut down. Okay, so we guys get the path away. I mean, actually, I guess I'm not mad about that because it does take 2 more cards out of his deck, and then we are going to mill 3 more. He probably has 1 more Marnie unless it's prized. We're probably just going to Chandelure and then research to see more cards. Unfortunately, we don't have any more Litwicks down. That's what we figured. Well, we do get a Litwick, which ideally we're going to mill a little bit more, so we definitely want to put that down. He's down to just 2 cards. We're going to research. All right, we find a path to the peak. All right, and we get the victory. So I think that's going to do it for me for today. You know, that deck was definitely fun to play in a way. Another deck that really wasn't a good deck, I would say. Certainly probably needs some more tweaking, refining to really find a build that works a little bit better. But, you know, mill is always fun. Some kind of hard to always get it to consistently go off. But if you did like this video, go ahead and give the video a like. Be sure to subscribe as well, and I'll see you in the next one.